Hello, this is Jay Johnson with Running Times, and this is the third video in our circuit series. This first exercise you've seen before. It's the lateral shuffle. Just like in other videos, you'll go 20 meters down and 20 meters back. You want your feet perpendicular to the lane line that you're moving down. So this is something that you've probably done before, and it's challenging. Now this next exercise is a very simple exercise, but we're going to make it challenging. We're simply going to do body squats, and you've already done body squats, but what we're going to do this time is try and do 30 in 30 seconds. So you're trying to do 1 rep per second. And this is quite challenging. Like we've said before, unfortunately, I'm not the best demonstrator when it comes to a body squat. You can see right there that my feet are quite a ways apart. My feet are splayed out. Having your feet splayed out is not the end of the world, and for a lot of people, you have to do that to get a decent squat. What I think is funny about this is I miscounted and only got 29, but it was about 26 seconds, I believe. Okay, so those first two exercises are quite challenging. We would like to think that the lateral pedestal on each side has now become for you basically a rest exercise. And we're not trying to say that it's the simplest, easiest exercise, but when you first started doing these circuits, that was likely challenging, and now it should be less challenging. Okay, this next exercise is the most challenging one in this entire circuit. Rocket jumps. You put your hands on your hip, you squat down, you go as high as you can. Ideally, your feet should land neutral, meaning you basically have a flat-footed landing. And if you notice, I'm landing a little more on my toes than I should be. Russian hamstrings. Again, you've seen this exercise. 1 foot on top of the other. You want to thrust your hips up in the air, and this will be a great hamstring exercise for you. Also a good exercise just for your posterior chain, the back of your body. Okay, that was challenging. Now this one's quite challenging. Prone pedestal, but you're going to do 5 leg lifts on each side. And if you've done the prone pedestal and the supine pedestal for 30 seconds, maybe you've done it for as long as 60 seconds, you'll find that just doing 5 leg lifts on each side is quite challenging. So we go up. There we go 5, and you can see my hips could be a little bit higher. But again, this is easier said than done, doing these with perfect angles. So that was, in my opinion, the most challenging 4 exercises that we've grouped together in this circuit. Now we're doing mountain climber singles in. So we have 20 foot contacts. Left is 1, right is 2. Left, right is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 20 singles in. This next exercise we did in the very first circuit video we showed, wideouts. We're going to do 20 of them. You want to stay low. You want your feet to be perpendicular to the line, and you just go in and out, in and out. And then we'll go back to a mountain climber exercise. This time we're going to do singles out. So start with 1 foot out by your hands, and then again 20 foot contacts. So left is 1, right is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just how we want to count these. And some people could say, well, you should just do 10 sets, but I think counting each foot contact and saying 20 makes sense. Okay, Rockies, this is challenging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Rockies. It's just a push up with a clap, and I think that one, to be honest, for me, you just have to gut that one out and hope that you don't fall on your face. Literally, not figuratively. Okay, squat thrusts, just 10 of these. Again, we're not jumping at the top of the squat thrust. Like we've said before, burpees is another name for these that you might be familiar with. This is the type of exercise that if you've never done this, you're going to look at and say, that's not that hard. And then if you do it, it's quite hard. So we really like these squat thrusts as part of our circuits, and it's a whole body exercise as opposed to trying to isolate certain muscle groups or individual muscles. We never really want to do that. Okay, this one, ideally, I should be in a V formation with my upper body and my legs. I look more like the letter U right now. But what you're doing is for 30 seconds, you're trying to assume a V position and then go as fast as you can with your arms. Again, this one is really challenging. I didn't cut this or edit this in any way because I want you to see that I'm dying. I check my watch about 5 times during the 30 seconds because it's really, really challenging. You're probably going to produce a little bit of lactate at this point in the circuit, which is fine. Okay, scorpions. You're going to go to 20 scorpions, and obviously we've seen this exercise before. I like to think this is an elemental exercise, something we should be doing daily. You can do it as a warm-up, as a cool-down, and then obviously in the context of this circuit it makes sense as well. So you do 20 scorpions, and then the last one is going to be nice and easy. Just 30 seconds of the Australian crawl. Again, you've seen this exercise in the other circuits. And again, at this point, what we're allowing you to do is basically, if you think of this is the last exercise before your last running rep. It should allow you to run that last rep faster than any of your other reps. Well, I hope you enjoyed this series of circuit videos. I enjoyed producing them, and I really hope you can use them in your training. Thanks.